makeovers actually make you more beautiful. Hello Internet, welcome to Style Theory, where today we're making a little bit of movie magic of our very own. Now you've probably seen the movies where the girl meets the guy and for some reason she has to go through a movie makeover montage to further along the plot. Now I love a good makeover montage, the clothes, the makeup, the reveal, it's all so fun. But does it actually work to make you appear and feel more beautiful? We're gonna go through 4 iconic movie makeovers to figure out what works, what doesn't, and what's just for the camera. But I can't do it alone, so we flew in a special guest to help me do this. And to go on this journey with me, I have the belle of the ball, Gabby Belle.
It's me!
Welcome!
The belle of the ball.
I mean, truly, we just have to get you a tiara. This is an iconic look. The Taco Bell is like the cherry on top of the fashion sundae.
Get me a quesadilla and a tiara and I'll be on my way.
Ooh, we can do that definitely after the shoot. Actually, you can make that happen. If you click that subscribe button, I promise there will be both tiaras and Taco Bell by the end of this episode. But you only have 3 seconds to click before I take back my offer. 3, 2, 1, huzzah! Tacos and tiaras it is. Honestly, that would make a great podcast name. Let me just make a note of that for later. And no, we are not being sponsored by Taco Bell yet. Call me. Okay, quesadillas, crowns. What else makes up the Gabby Belle style?
Sweaters.
Ooh, I love a sweater.
Oversized sweaters, my favorite.
Are you afraid of any of the stuff that you might have to try on?
I'm afraid of like the strapless dresses because that's definitely not something I usually wear, but I'm excited to try.
I know you've been going on like a fashion journey of a sense. Over on her channel, Gabby has been exploring her personal style evolution. In her words,
thinking about fashion and stuff is a very new thing to me, I promise. It's not that I wasn't interested in fashion, it was that I always had such a difficult time and no budget finding clothes that fit me properly and didn't make me look bad, so I kinda gave up.
Listen, Gabby, you are beautiful as you are. No cap. However, if you do want to explore your fashion curiosities, don't worry, I got you. Think of me as your internet big sister. I'm here to make finding your personal style a little less scary and a lot more fun. And today, we're doing that with the help of some classic cinema. Would you say that you are familiar with the movie makeover montage?
No. Not unless I've only seen a few movies with it and I'm like, no way, they're actually doing the thing.
Today, we will be testing the 4 main types of movie makeovers. Geek to chic, the glow up, rags to riches, and the total package. Hopefully, it fits in some of your comfort zone. You get to learn a little bit more about yourself and see if you like the idea of a movie makeover.
I guess we'll find out.
We will, as we go into our first look. Our first category is the classic geek to chic.
No one really says geek anymore.
Facts. But it was all the rage back in the 90s and early 2000s. A geek would be taken under the wing of the popular crowd and transformed into a new version of herself. And let's be real, they changed everything. Hair, makeup, clothes, attitude. It all had to go for her to ascend to popularity. You see it in Clueless, Grease, The Breakfast Club, and of course, the one we're making over today, She's All That, starring Rachel Lee Cook and Freddie Prinze Jr. You're already changed into your before.
Yeah, this is just what I look like normally.
How do you feel about the idea that that your natural state is a before?
I feel like most people's natural state is a before.
What do you typically wear when you do like dress up to go out?
I do my makeup, I take off my glasses, I do my hair.
Well, Gabby, you may not be super familiar with the movie makeover, but you do already seem to know the trope of the classic geek to chic transformation. More makeup, a new haircut, and of course, no glasses allowed. Listen, I don't make the rules, I just watch the movies. Don't at me. And of course, let's not forget the most exciting part of any makeover, the new fit, straight out of 1999. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, Gabby, remove those glasses. You look so cute. That dress looks amazing on the hair color. You do look like a different person.
I really do. I feel like a different person.
Honestly, if I were to pass Gabby on the street dressed like this, I don't think I would clock her. But is that a good or a bad thing?
I don't know if you would, like, get my personality from this.
Comparatively, probably not.
And that is the goal, at least when you look a little deeper. The geeky before showed off the characters, or in this case Gabi's, interests, even if that interest was her own merch or Taco Bell. The goal of the makeovers in the movies is to remove the character from everything that made them, well, them, so that they could fit in with the normal popular crowd and their love interest, which does make some sense as the movie was based on an old story, Pygmalion. In the story, Pygmalion carved the perfect woman because, according to him, no real woman was worthy of his love due to all their faults. Sure, Chad. Now, in the story, the statue is brought to life, they fall in love, and live happily ever after. Though, it's important to note that we never really get the female perspective of the situation. But today, we do.
Do you like the look?
I do like the dress. I normally don't wear red.
Oh!
I don't wear red lipstick. I don't wear dresses like these, so this is like completely new for me.
You pull off this geek to chic moment. I'm a little flustered. I'm in the presence of beauty. Is there anything you would take from this look to like an everyday wardrobe for you?
I like that this dress, I can just throw it on.
It is the statement.
Yes, it is the statement.
If you wanted to do it casual, if you threw like a dark jacket over that and some sneakers, it would actually look really cute too.
I could be like Demi Lovato.
I love that we're getting you to push boundaries though.
The only way to truly learn if you do or don't vibe with a certain style is to try it on. In a safe space, of course. And Gabi was surprised how drawn she was to the dress and the color palette, things that she would have originally stayed away from. And theorists, Gabi liked it so much, she took it home with her. I call that a major success. And a pass for this round.
We're going to move on to your next look. Well, actually, my next look, because I get to change next.
Category 2, the glow up. Though it does share a lot of the same traits as Geek to Chic, unlike our previous round, it's typically viewed through the lens of giving the character the skill set that they didn't possess before. Big examples of this are The Devil Wears Prada, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and one of my personal favorites,
Miss Congeniality. Have you ever seen it?
You can guess the answer to that.
The TLDR is that the frumpy FBI agent Gracie Hart, played by Sandra Bullock, has to go undercover as a beauty pageant contestant in order to save lives. Because, of course she does. Speaking of going undercover, when you're trying to go undetected, you may want to make sure that you have a trusting team behind you to keep you safe. Just like Gracie Hart. For me, that's our partner, Incogni. While you may not be under threat from William Shatner and his exploding crowns, you and your data are at risk of something even more dangerous. Data brokers. Oh, what's a data broker? Think American Psycho meets Mr. Robot. These people want your personal information so that they can sell it to the highest bidder. But you, like Gracie Lou, have the power to stop them.
Don't mess with me.
And to do it on a budget. Oh yeah, didn't I tell you? Incogni is offering you style theorists 60% off if you sign up today at incogni.com/style theory and use code style theory at checkout. Listen, I started using Incogni last year when I learned that online data brokers were buying my personal information. Things like my finances, my medical information, and my internet history. And they were selling it to businesses and bots who were constantly calling and texting me at all hours of the day. Seriously, not even silent mode was silent enough. But instead of taking a hammer to my phone, I turned to Incogni. Now that buzzing is a thing of the past, and the only messages I get are from my real friends and family. Yes, some people still like to actually call. Love you, Grandma. And here's the thing, if you don't believe me, you can see it all happen in real time on your Incogni dashboard. Since signing up, I can see on my dashboard that Incogni has already gotten me removed from over 60 lists. 60. And if new data brokers pop up and try to steal my info again, Incogni will have my back. So what are you waiting for, bestie? Go to incogni.com/style theory and use code style theory to get 60% off Incogni's annual plan today. Thanks again to Incogni for partnering with us for this episode. Now, before her transformation, Gracie's wardrobe consists mainly of oversized blazers, button-downs, and pants, which mimic what the men in her field wear. But of course, that won't stand in a beauty pageant. Oh no. No, she has to undergo one of the most intensive movie makeover montages I have ever seen.
Even though this dress scares the heck out of me.
Think you'll be able to pull it off?
Thank you.
I'm excited to see
Okay.
it.
If you are wondering why I'm so nervous, I mean, just look at this dress. It's a baby blue bodycon moment that, while iconic, is probably the furthest you can get from my typical style. But if Gabby can do it, so can I. Roll the transformation.
Oh my god! I love the dress!
Oh yeah?
I do. This is the color I love.
I am a person who wears a lot of black, and so this is a very revealing color. It's also like very bodycon, a little bit more va-va-voom than I tend to go for.
Is it uncomfortable?
It's not uncomfortable. I'm just very aware of what parts of my body are very much on show. I will say the heels, not my favorite.
Really?
I'm a little worried about going too fast in these, too fast, too furious,
Not mobile.
not fabulous.
Not like an FBI agent.
I feel like if I tried and walked for a long time, I would definitely faceplant somewhere. Honestly, that's on par for this movie.
I'm fine.
So based, bestie. Now the hair was pretty much like my typical style, while the makeup was pretty neutral, much like Gabby's first look.
It's really all about the bodycon dress.
That's also a good point. I feel like a lot of these after looks are more focused on the body and less on the makeup.
And I don't feel like I put this on for me.
It's very like, can I say male gaze?
Yes,
almost?
you can.
So would I take any of this into my personal wardrobe? Not really. Though the color was cute and the hair and makeup were very similar to what I wear most days, I can't call it a pass. Sorry, Miss Congeniality, you're not getting the crown this time.
The next look is all for you.
Oh my god.
The rags to riches category is a tale as old as time. Literally, because Beauty and the Beast is a rags to riches story. However, it's not the movie that we're making over today. That honor goes to the mother of all rom-coms, Pretty Woman.
This is our Pretty Woman look. We went a little bit more casual than I think the movie tends to go for, and I want your comfort level to be what's really iconic. Actually, I love this look on you.
Me too. I would have never thought to put these pieces together.
Really?
Never. But it's so cute. I love it.
In the movie, our down-on-her-luck leading lady is swept off her feet by a charming and wealthy man, who throughout the movie teaches her to fit in with his highbrow friends. You know, hence the name, Rags to Riches. You get it. Now, if that sounds familiar, it should. This movie took a lot of inspiration from another classic, My Fair Lady. However, the looks from that movie felt a little too outdated for today's experiment.
I don't even want to have to give you a reveal moment because this is actually the moment for me.
I love it. The flannel, I never wear this red flannel except for right now. And this is a great use of it.
Justice for the waist-high flannel. Y'all are sleeping on her.
But unfortunately, we do have to go to our after. We have a whole other look to reveal. So I will leave you to it. Oh my gosh, have you ever worn like a suit like this before?
No, but I've always wanted one.
In the movie, this 80s power suit moment walks straight off Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. And Gabby looks like she owns every single designer store on that street.
You look like you own a Fortune 500 company.
That's right.
I think we did Julia proud.
I know you said that red wasn't like your color, but you are slaying red.
Thank you.
And theorists, this was when we started to notice a pattern. A lot of these movies put their leading ladies in red for their after look. I have a whole episode on the power of wearing red, but the likely reason here is that red is typically associated with both power and attraction. So when Lainey changes into a red dress before the party, or Vivian puts on this gorgeous business suit, they are both using their clothing as an outward display of their newly discovered confidence, and that they are finally ready to romance their love interest. I mean, these are rom-coms, it's in the name. And the biggest surprise of all was that Gabby was falling in love with her new fit.
It makes your legs look insanely long. The jacket hits you at the right point. The belt gives you a nice waist.
The belt really ties everything together. I love a good pantsuit. I have always wanted one of these.
And your hair. hair. Oh, I love it. The volume.
This is Gabby's natural hair. All we did to give it that 80s flair was give it a little tease.
Comparative to like the before of this, how does it compare?
I feel like this is like two sides of the same coin for that outfit, especially with the pop of red with the flannel. I feel like the first one was a lounging around outfit, and this one is like, okay, I'm out on the town. I'm gonna meet my client at a restaurant.
We don't have like shoes to pair with this outfit because even going frame by frame in that movie, there was no feet shown for this outfit.
So Gabby and I made our best educated guess.
Sneakers. What would you say is the biggest takeaway from this movie makeover?
I think this is my natural hair, so this works really well. I would maybe get this in different colors, but like maybe I'll try red, I don't know.
I know that you were hesitant on the red, but it does really flatter you.
Thank you.
It's very Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, yes.
And once again, despite it being outside her comfort zone, Gabby took this bright red power suit home. And of course, the belt.
I love the belt.
While each makeover wasn't 100% her style, Gabby was learning that if she just stepped outside of her usual fashion safe space, she could find new looks that made her feel confident and cute, which makes this round our second win of the episode.
We have one more makeover to do. This time, it's my turn, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time.
What could it be?
Our final category, the total package, aka a makeover that combines all of the previous categories into one mega makeover. For this round, we will be making over The Princess Diaries, aka one of the most beloved films to come out of the 2000s. And since we are finally being blessed with a third installment, it had to cap off this episode.
You're going to what is probably the most iconic movie moment of the Princess Diaries reveal. And this is the one that you have actually seen.
Yes, I have seen it.
You're like, I know
iconic.
this. I would love to be given a country by a grandma I did not know I had. Come into a sudden wealth. That would be great. I promise I will share it with you.
Mia Thermopolis, played by the iconic Anne Hathaway, is the total package, at least in terms of hitting all of our makeover categories. She is the geek at school who yearns to date the popular boy. Her and her mom aren't the most well-off, and she's taken to a glam squad to learn how to look fit for royalty. Her hair, her makeup, her glasses.
You broke my glasses. You broke my brush.
It all had to change. And theorists, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This was my high school self's dream makeover.
Let's make your high school dreams come true.
Let's go.
Roll the tape.
Majesty, Paolo is exhausted because Majesty, only Paolo, gonna take this and give you
a princess. Who is she?
I literally don't know. I don't think I've seen myself with brown hair forever.
I love the brown hair.
Really?
I know everyone's used to you having black hair.
Yes.
It's true. I did get quite a few double takes walking around in this wig. However, the hair was the biggest change for Mia in her makeover moment. Her hair said bye-bye to frizz and bye-bye to any texture.
Sleek.
Whatever this
Sleek.
is.
Highlighted for the gods.
That is true. I find that interesting because one of my after looks, I was supposed to have this hair.
They straighten everyone's hair. It's always the straight hair that people view as the prettiest, which as a curly girly, I'm gonna tell you, is not true.
And now that we're doing this experiment, I feel like the concept of frizzy hair being ugly and like straightened being like the pretty version that has been so ingrained in my head growing up that I feel like myself and I feel like I knew so many other girls would just straighten their hair every single day.
Did you used to straighten your hair every day?
Every day, yeah.
I go back and forth between the natural and the straight hair. I used to feel like I had to straighten my hair.
Or else it was messy.
Yeah, or else everyone would just make fun of it.
Yeah.
In the 80s, which is when Pretty Woman happened, was the only time period where that was allowed. Big, bold, and beautiful.
I love it. I always wanted that style to come back.
I mean, I appreciate Chaperone for making the gigantic hair popular again.
This makeover really hammered home how much the idea of being normal is used as a way to make us feel like we have to look a certain way. Now, don't get me wrong, I love myself a straight hair day, but it took years to unlearn the idea that my natural hair wasn't wrong, just like Gabby had to learn thing too. And here's the thing, when you take a second to look at all of the makeovers that we've gone over today, they aren't done because the person wants to try a new look. It's something that they are made to do to appease their family, their peers, and yes, even their love interest. Which, to be honest, is not how I like to decide my fashion. Fashion is supposed to be about what you want. And as many people like to forget, it's meant to be fun. Which means it's time for a surprise round, baby.
But Gabby, we are actually gonna do one more makeover. And it's the makeover that the girlies really want to do. So we're doing this for us. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
This is our bonus outfit. This is actually what I want to dress like. I just want to go out, hang out, and just have fun.
I love this. Having a good time.
We have the shoes that we can actually move in, and the sunnies.
The sunglasses, hair's not in my face. I'm wearing a crown as I should be.
Every person needs a crown.
Yes.
I believe I owe you Taco Bell.
Please take me away to Taco Bell.
Editors, can you Photoshop Gabby so I can carry her away? Right? Okay, here we go!
I did promise you all tacos and tiaras, right? As we hopped into the car to get our victory meal, I needed to know if Gabby and I were on the same page about our makeovers.
What has been your biggest takeaway from all the outfits you've tried on, all the outfits you've seen?
I think gravitating towards what you're comfortable in, whether it be the before or the after. I liked the one after the best, the Pretty
pantsuit?
Woman. I loved the before one of that one also, almost equally.
You are just a pretty woman style.
Yes, that's so me.
Do you feel like this let you push boundaries and explore maybe in a way that you just haven't?
Like I would have never put on like a strappy silhouette dress.
And that is the real power of the movie makeover. While they may have originally been made to highlight the quote-unquote right kind of beauty, that wasn't what Gabby and I experienced today. Instead, these classic movie makeovers gave me and Gabby a way to explore and play with our styles. Something I highly recommend trying out yourself with some friends.
Going through them and trying them out really reveals different things that you like, different things you don't like, and has let you discover a whole new color that you can wear.
Apparently red looks good on me.
It really does. And I'm really excited for what you take away from this, more so.
Actually, what we see in most of the movies we tested today. The actual makeover never sticks, but the parts of the makeover that resonate with the character, with the person, those stick around well after the end credits roll. So while I got to live out my high school fantasies, Gabby found a whole new set of styles to explore, a new wardrobe to take home, and a brand new way of looking at the clothes she already owned.
And we got to change a life today.
Yay.
That's the real magic of style theory.
Well, that and a well-earned Crunchwrap Supreme. But hey, that's just a theory. A style theory. Keep looking sharp. Up next on Style Theory. Listen, when everything these days feels like it costs an arm, leg, and kidney, we're all looking to save a little money where we can.